your belief unbreakable? Is it absolute? Just an old song, just like the way the solid earth feels against her one good leg. Harpooners, fire! Tell me, is your belief unbreakable? Is it absolute? Waste your second chance like this. As long as I kill you, I will have nothing more to wish for in my life. Harpooners, fire! Even all of that protection stacking didn't save you, now did it? Tell me, is your belief unbreakable? Is it absolute? Tell me, is your belief unbreakable? Is it absolute? Just an old song, just like the way the solid earth feels against her one good leg. Harpooners!